You are about to watch the exact moment Brad Garlinghouse confirms a $500 million investment in Ripple at Swell 2025, backed by Fortress, Citadel, Galaxy, and other major companies. So let's get started.
Morning to everybody. Great to be here. Day 2 of Swell. Honored to be here with Patrick Witt. Before we get started, well, first of all, I'll say it's fun for me to be the interviewer versus the interviewee. So I just get to sit here and ask questions, which is fun for me.
I'm in the hot seat today.
The hot seat for sure. So before we do that, I just want to take a minute, and this is the 9th Swell, which, the very first one that was in Toronto. We have come so far from, maybe 100 people was in a warehouse in the outskirts of Toronto. But in addition to, acknowledging some of the stuff that Ashish pointed out happened overnight, earlier this morning, Ripple announced a $500 million investment led by Fortress and Citadel, some of the biggest names in finance. And so, although we're not talking about that today, at least wanted to acknowledge that so that people are aware that we're not just ignoring it. It is nice to take a moment to see kind of how far we've come.
How far we have come, XRP holders. We just had another major confirmation that Ripple is going to be at the epicenter of the new financial system. Do you have any doubts that XRP is about to play a pivotal role? That's indeed a huge investment, a $500 million investment, and we are not even accounting for all of the escrow acquisitions, which is just massive. With over 1,700 NDAs in place, the future does look bright. Now let's get to the second part of Brad's interview. So let's go back and see what Brad Garlinghouse has to say about the banking system and what that means for XRP.
I guess it's not surprising then that the banking industry is not exactly thrilled about this.
The bank doesn't want competition because they've done a shitty job of serving their customers.
The bank lobby is urging the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency to deny applications from crypto firms that are seeking these charters. What would you say to that?
I'd say the same thing. By the way, I mean very seriously. I think Brent McIntosh is a fabulous guy, great chief legal officer, but you can't have it both ways. Don't ask us to be regulated as a full bank and then not give us the resources that allow us to provide services and reduce risk, et cetera. I truly believe, I've already talked about Coinbase and Circle, competition is good for the market. Competition is good for customers. Why would we be anti-competitive? I would happily be on any panel with any member of the bank lobby or bank executives, and customers deserve choice.
Everyone's protecting their vested interests.
I don't think Ripple's trying to protect our vested interests. We're playing offense and saying we want to grow, we want to build products and services that customers want. I understand, but once you see an industry go into defense, that's the death of an industry. I think you have to innovate, you have to lead, and I think the banking industry has been on their back heels, and I think that's why crypto now exists. People want an alternative. People want the flexibility. We saw a great panel from the National Cryptocurrency Association with a woman up here talking about the benefit of having 24/7 access to your money. By the way, I'm guessing everybody in here has some story. I certainly do. When I go on, I execute a wire, and it takes me literally 30 minutes just to actually get the wire out. It's nuts.
30 minutes is an improvement from what it was 5 years ago.
So we're on the same page.
The death of the banking industry. Now, my 2 cents, I don't think banks are disappearing. However, I do believe there is an entire reshape of the entire banking system, which has no other choice but to adopt blockchain technology. In a world where information flows freely and easy, it doesn't feel right that banks would take days to process payments. Money would still be frozen on time. When I send money from Europe to Mexico to the United States, it still takes days and there are high transaction fees associated. So XRP is definitely the greatest solution for such an issue. Now, it's clear that Ripple is positioning itself way beyond just a private company. From my research, it has never been a private company on the first hand. Ripple is about to become a World Bank institution. Ripple is almost acting like the Bank of International Settlements. I do believe XRP is going to play a pivotal role. I do believe XRP is going to be some sort of liquidity provider. And again, the escrow is really the key. The escrow is the foundation of this massive operation that aims to replace the world reserve currency. They rely on the escrow because the escrow is the key to provide liquidity. Think of replacing Nostro Vostro accounts, solving this massive issue with cross-border payments. And that's why I am extremely bullish on XRP's future. Let me know in the comments what you think about this massive acquisition and how do you think that's going to impact XRP price down the road. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to see you in the next video. Done.